Hi, welcome back to the second part of slope. This time it's going to be, your learning objective is going to be find the slope given 2 points using the slope formula. Okay, so because there's a formula, then I am going to introduce to you what it looks like. So m representing slope is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 divided by or all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. This would mean that you will be given 2 points, and then the coordinates of the first point is x sub 1, y sub 1, and then the coordinates of point number 2 is x sub 2 and y sub 2. Okay, let's have an example. Given the 2 points, point A is 5, 3, and point B has the coordinates of 8, 7. Okay, remember that the first number that you see in your coordinates are all x, and then the second one is y. So the first thing that you are going to do is assign. It doesn't matter which one is point 1 or point 2, it's up to you. You're going to assign or designate which one is point 1 and which one is point 2. So in your example, the designated or the assigned point 1 is point A. So point A, 5 is x sub 1, 3 is y sub 1. Point B is your point number 2. So 8 is going to be x sub 2 and 7 is y sub 2. Now the next thing that you're going to do is replace the formula according to your assignment. So here we go. You're just going to follow y sub 2. So you're going to replace y sub 2 by 7. And then y sub 1 is 3 over here of point A. Replace y sub 1 by 3. So minus 3. All over x sub 2 is 8. So replace x sub 2 by 8. And x sub 1 is 5. 8 minus 5. Then do the math. 7 minus 3 is 4. 8 minus 5 is 3. So the slope is 4 out of 3. It's a positive slope. So if you are going to draw point A and B, plot them together and then connect the 2 points, you will see a positive slope or a straight line going up. Okay, so that's the first example. Let's have more examples for better understanding. Okay, so now I also again have the slope formula that you can see. Your example now are points F and G. So 6 is x sub 1, and negative 4 is x sub 2, and then 2 is x sub 2, negative 5, y sub 2. Just replace the formula. Then you have y sub 2 is negative 5 minus your y sub 1 is negative 4 all over x sub 2 is 2, x sub 1 is 6. There you go, your replacement. Then do the math. Negative 5 minus negative 4. Remember, if you have two negatives side by side, it becomes addition or plus. So it's going to be negative 1. Then down here at the denominator part, 2 minus 6 is negative 4. When you divide two negative values, it will become positive. So your negative 1 over negative 4 is 1 out of 4. Again, if you plot F and G, points F and G, and connect the two, you will see a straight line going up because you have a positive slope. Example number 3. Okay, so I will recommend that on your graph paper, you plot these 2 points and then count also. Use what you have learned from the first video using by inspection and see if they match together. Is using slope formula and using by inspection, do you get the same slope? You should be. So if they don't match, that means that one of your strategies is wrong. Okay, so here we go. Here's another example. Example number 3. Points R and S. Now, let's use the slope formula. Just plug in the value. It's up to you which one is 0.1 and which one is 0.2. For my example, your 0.1 is point R and then S is 0.2. So that means negative 2 is x sub 1, 7 is y sub 1, negative 1 is x sub 2, and 9 is y sub 2. So when we plug them in, y sub 2, 9 minus your y here, y coordinate 7, all over or divided by x sub 2, that's negative 1, minus x sub 1. X sub 1 is negative 2, so you will see here negative 2. Again, be careful, you have two negatives side by side, that will become plus. So when you are doing the math here on the numerator side, 9 minus 7 is 2. Here it's negative 1, this is plus 2. You will have 1 in the denominator. So your slope is 2 out of 1, or 2 divided by 1. In simplest term, your slope is 2, which is a positive. So the line is going up once again. Okay, so this time it's your turn. I will have two sets of coordinates and then do it on your own. Okay, I will show you the answer later on, but practice first. Pause the video and then once you are done, check if we have the same answers. Okay, welcome back. Here are the answers. For number 1, the slope should be 7 out of 6. I'm showing here the assignments, so check if you did the same thing. Then the answer for number 2 is negative 3 out of 4. So number 2 has a negative slope. If you did the drawing, you would see that your line should look like it's going down. Okay, now you are on your own. Oh, before you do, sorry. Okay, let me just remind you of what you have learned from the first video of the different types of slopes. Okay, so I now have here 4 points and it says graph each polygon with the given vertices. So just plot all these 4 points and let's take a look what kind of polygon are we making. I'm graphing and plotting it. There you go, the 4 points, and we have all 4 points over here. If I connect all the points, I'll be making a rectangle. Go. If I am going to identify the different slopes, you have horizontal line. All horizontal lines should have a slope of 0. You do not need a slope formula. It's just by inspection. You see a horizontal line and then the M or slope is right away 0. And for your vertical line here, again, you do not need the slope formula. It's called undefined slope. Okay, so now I have here the logo of ManageBac. When you see the logo ManageBac, that means this slide is a photo taking slide. Okay, so find the slope using the slope formula. And then once you are done, take a photo and you are going to submit it. There are 2 slides here. This is slide number 1. And then there are 2 more questions for you to submit. Okay. This is part 1. I'm changing the slide now. You also have to answer these 2. You are going to graph the points. That means on this exercise, in this exercise, you need to draw the points. Okay. And then get the slope and identify what kind of polygon are you making, or what polygon did you make. Okay. Now, when you are done, take photos of everything that you did. The deadline is, if your math class is on a Wednesday, that is D block. That means that your deadline is on Wednesday, March 4th, 4 p.m. If your math class is on a Thursday, that will be blocks G and E. Okay. Upload them in ManageBac called Virtual School. Find the slope given 2 points. Okay. Bye.